Good morning, Abundant Life Church. This is Pastor Chris, and today we're going to wrap up our look at Romans chapter 5, verses 1 through 11. Where we left off last time, we asked the question, how does suffering make us better at serving God? How does suffering make us better at taking the good news out into the world? All right. Well, we have to remember what God has done, and that because of what God has done, we can get through anything. That doesn't mean we can survive anything. It means that we can hold on to our faith no matter what life, no matter what the world throws at us. We still have our faith, and that makes us stronger. Look back at verse 3. We read the first half of it a couple sessions ago. Let me read that first half again, but let me read the second half now, and then verses 4 and 5. We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character. Character, hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. Suffering produces perseverance, teaches you to keep going, and perseverance produces character. I hated when my dad would give me some chore to do and I'd start whining, try and get out of it. And he'd say, hey, it'll build character. Problem is, Dad was right. When we keep going, no matter what life has thrown at us, and when we make the determination, I don't care what I have to go through, I am staying with Jesus no matter what. When we do that, we get stronger. If I show up at your house unannounced one Saturday afternoon with my lawnmower and I mow your lawn, you're going to come out and say, what are you doing? Oh, no problem. I get your lawn all mowed. You come out and you say, what do I owe you? Oh, it's my gift. First of all, let me explain something. This is never going to happen. But if it did happen, if I came out and just mowed your lawn unannounced for free, how would you feel that first time I did it? You'd feel very, very grateful. You think this is wonderful. You wouldn't be expecting me to come back, but what if the next week I came back and mowed your lawn again unannounced for free? Well, this is great. What if for 5 weeks in a row I showed up and mowed your lawn, and then on week 6 I didn't show up at all? Would you still be appreciative? Would you be grateful for what I had done the first 5 weeks? Or would you be feeling entitled, like I'm supposed to come mow your lawn? You see, Paul knew that people might might misunderstand how grace was supposed to work. Grace makes us right with God. Okay. Grace doesn't magically remove all the problems in our life. Grace doesn't all of a sudden take care of all of our insecurities that make us make bad decisions. Grace doesn't remove the difficult people around us. What grace does is it makes us right with God. Hey, that is awesome. But when we start thinking God's supposed to give me everything else, when we start thinking Jesus is supposed to show up and mow my lawn, and he doesn't show up, now all of a sudden we're resentful. When Paul says that perseverance, staying with Jesus no matter how life gets, builds character, that word character, I'm going to say it wrong, doikemi, I'm not going to say it. Trying to say it in Greek, it's Monday morning. I'm not sure what day you're watching this. It's Monday morning at 6:30. I'm tired. I'm not going to say the Greek word, so there you go. But I'll tell you what the Greek word means. It means tested. It means proven reliable. It's a word that they use for coins. Is this coin real? Let's test it. Let's put it through the fire and see what happens. Paul is saying that hard times are a test, and when you make it through, you will be proven reliable, and you will have strength, you will have character. If serving God means more problems, What do you need to get through those problems? Strength. How do we get that? By making it through the tough times. How do we make it through the tough times? By keeping our eyes on God, no matter what. No matter what happens, to say, I will serve the Lord. If this goes well, great, I'm serving God. If this is a disaster, I'm serving God. No matter what happens to me, I am serving God. Let's keep that in perspective. The very least we can do after Jesus gave his life for us when we didn't deserve it, when we were still his enemies, the very least we can do is say, I will stay strong. I will stay with Jesus no matter what. What a slap in the face it must be to God to have people turn away from him because they didn't get their way. And if God is real and he's supposed to love me, then how come he didn't? I don't mean to make light of when people are going through difficult times and God doesn't answer their prayers. I mean, a giant of the faith like C.S. Lewis struggled with this after his wife died. What I'm telling you is this. You set out beforehand to say quitting is not an option. No matter what happens, my faith is rooted in God because of what Jesus did for me. After what he did for me, how could I do anything less? Have a great day. We'll see you next time.